Yes, as you read from the title, Wuthering Waves is actually redefining the gacha genre. I'm sure you've seen 2.0, the changes that happen in it, and you probably have seen the last livestream about 2.1 in the game. Wuthering Waves has been on an upward trend, and Kuro Games are trying their best to make the game even better every single update. And it's lately really paying off. Whenever you think about a gacha game, you would say it's an anime bullshit pay-to-win game that is very held back by its systems. A game that will try to convince you to spend a lot of money on characters so that you can clear the content of the game even easier. And now when I look at the current state of Wuthering Waves, while don't get me wrong, it's still a gacha game, there's a lot of things to apply on that, but they're actually trying to go out of their way to try something new, because every time we see a gacha game, they always do not get out of their comfort zone. Whenever we ask about a change in a gacha game to make the game better or a quality of life change, people say, it's a gacha game, why do you want this change? The bar was so low with gacha games, it's insane. But Wuthering Waves came out and we're currently seeing that change. We're currently seeing the redefinition of how the gacha games should look like. And it's not only about Wuthering Waves, it's Wuthering Waves doing this made other games listen even more and see that listening can make the game way better. And an example of that is probably ZZZ. Zenless has been getting a lot better lately. This is why I'm saying this is redefining the whole gacha genre as a whole. Wuthering Waves is currently, and I'm gonna say this with confidence because I don't think that's anything wrong with this statement. You know that I'm always critical about the games that I talk about, but Wuthering Waves is currently being way better than a lot of AAA games that you pay for. Why is that? Yes, it is a pay-to-win game. I still say that. I still stand by that, and it's still so bad. But at this stage, it is not holding it back. Why? Because the game is currently very F2P friendly. I am not paying any money in the game for like months now, and I'm getting whatever I want. That's the first thing. Free-to-play experience is good. They give a lot of pulse for players, but the characters are also enough as they are as free to play. Every single character that you see here, or at least most of them, is very good still. If they came out late, if they came out, you know, at 1.1 or 1.0, like Yanlin for example, she's still very powerful. You can see that my Shisa is at level 80, and I even plan to get her to level 90 and level up these even more, because even a 4-star like Shisa is clearing content and is fun. You can use a lot of characters because a lot of characters are very good. And if you check the tier lists, if you check anything, you can see that characters like Sanhua are still thriving. She's like an S+ tier unit, and it's a free unit. So yes, there is some characters that are more powerful. If you take for example Carlotta and Camellia, they're very powerful, but you can look at Jinshi, which came out in 1.1. She is still one of the most powerful characters in the game and an S+ tier unit. And you can add to that that the weapon system doesn't need a 50-50, which is very cool. And now the other thing that makes me say this is that they're finally adding skins to the game. If they make more income from non-gacha content like the skins, it will be always good for the game and good for the players, because they won't have a reason to make the gacha system more predatory than that. So now that we have skins, and if they make the skins have good quality, just like the Jinshi skin that gives you like a skin for your weapon that adds a lot of animations, this will be good for players and the game. Now of course I don't mean that Wuthering Waves was the first game to add skins. No, I'm saying that it's adding skins with having a good amount of free pulls that they give every single patch, while also not having an insane amount of power creep in the game. And all of that is making the FOMO in the game even less. 2.0 showed us a very good story. It was cool, it was fun, it wasn't a 10 out of 10 cinema, because now I'm not gonna, you know, compare it to other gacha games. Let's compare it to actual real games. But it was good. Now when I want to compare it to other big games is the current exploration that the game is having with 2.0. The flight system, the flight mechanic. I know that I'm talking about it a lot lately in my videos, but it's so good. Just to prove that it's good, imagine having a waypoint almost everywhere on the map, but you can see that players are not even using it and just flying to explore the map, because they made exploration even more fun with flight and having good puzzles, fun ways to interact with puzzles and things like that. And now this whole region, the whole Renacita region, the new place, had a very high quality. Like no one can deny how good the exploration in 2.1 was. As somebody who doesn't really like to explore it even more, because I explored a lot in Genshin and I got bored of this, you know, way to explore these games, but when they added this mechanic, they tried to innovate even more. I really had so much fun. I didn't have fun exploring in a game in a long time. And going back to the character thing, whenever they add a new character, they try to make it unique. And even in it being unique, it's not still, for now, it's not power creeping the shit out of the game. For example, Brent, the new character that is coming in 2.1, he is looking so fun. And I was like, okay, I'm skipping Rocha. I was like, yeah, Rocha is so fun, but yeah, I like Brent, okay? Because now you're not just getting, okay, I need this character so I can clear the game, I can clear the content. No, this character looks good, I'm gonna get him. And you really don't even need to whale in the game. Well, you're not gonna get every single character as a free-to-play, which is not a must, because you can clear the content with any character, because there is more, it's more about the skill expression in this game. Unless you're a whale and you have like a 6/6 character, it's not that fun. I don't think whaling in Wuthering Waves will make it more fun. I think the best way to play Wuthering Waves is either to be a low spender if you want to get every single character so you can have the most amount of gameplay with them, or just play free to play. It's just fun. It's fun like that. And the more you learn the game, the more fun you will have, the more experience you would have. For example, I don't like the TOA. I always say that I don't like this system. I don't like the Abyss in Genshin. I don't like the, what is it called in Honkai Star Rail? The same thing, the Forgotten Hole. And I still don't think it's an insanely good mode, but when I tried to give it a shot lately, you can really have fun on it sometimes. Now, of course, as I said, it's still not an insanely good mode, but the more you learn Wuthering Waves, the more you have fun with it, the more you create more characters and more synergies. And that's the thing, the swap back mechanic in this game, the quick swapping and changing characters and trying to do combos with units. I really like Shangli because she works with a lot of other characters. Like the Shangli Carlotta team is very fun. You know, players who want to express their mechanical skill, players who want to show how good they are, or basically express their skill at the game, can do that, can practice something, can have something a little hard to do. And so like the whole point is, if you compare Wuthering Waves to other AAA games now, it is doing an insanely good job, and it's a free game. Again, just if you want to play Wuthering Waves, I'm gonna say from now, and don't spend. Play for sometimes and you will see that even 4-star characters are super fun and you can enjoy the game without spending. Now, yes, I still would say that it is a gacha game and it's not a complete package, because, for example, if I want to get every single character, like without skipping at least 1 or 2 characters, I would have to spend some money. Now, the good thing is you don't need those characters to clear the content, but you all know that what if you just want to try the character? What if you want to just try this new gameplay that they added in the game, you know? So this will always be a problem in a gacha game, and we cannot deny it, but at least we're going in a very good direction with the game and with the whole gacha genre with Wuthering Waves. They are showing that if you listen to the players and add so much good content, you still can make an insane amount of money. You don't have to be insanely predatory. And if Wuthering Waves will keep on thriving like that, other gacha games will be forced to change. And yeah, that was the video. If you liked it and if you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna make so much more content about other games, and yeah, bye bye.